Guide me. Yes, yes, I said. Yes, yes, just said. So I see I the one.
From Islington St. Mary to Hilltop Records and ultimately dancehall stardom, he's known for flipping rhymes and proving he's bad from him born. Munga Honorable is a dancehall DJ, music producer, and CEO of Hilltop Records. Today we're really grateful that Munga can actually join us. Munga, good afternoon and welcome. You hear that? Yeah, me I see you. Look here, everything clear. Me I see you, me I hear you. No, Munga, before we start, I know you were supposed to be on like some weeks ago, and boy, me I tell you, so when you don't come on, the people them disappointed, and me I say, yo, fire,
So my apologies to the viewers, the fans, the supporters of IRFM, of Munga Honorable, of dancehall music, of reggae music, of Jamaica. My apologies for my absence. Due to my fault, So I can't this one say my fault. I said, tell them on the road to success, I say, pay your traffic tickets. The law has taken up this traffic ticket situation very seriously now. And I was notified that I had warrants on that Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So me that try multitask to see if I could have run in and pay more at them same time and do my interview.
Yeah.
But I never know say the process would take that long and you had to lock off phone and you have to go around so it mashed up the whole program. But I went and I cleared my warrants, I paid my outstanding tickets, and here we are today.
Hey, yes.
Yes.
Hey, look at him, man. So, of course, Munga, we want to kickstart with your foundation. So, describe for us, growing up and where did you grow up?
One place named Islington St. Mary, upon Hilltop. I went to Roadside Basic School, that's on Roadside Road. I went to Hillside Primary, that's in Friendship, in the square. I left there in the 5th grade. I went to St. Mary High School. I did 2 years. I did 2 years at St. Mary High School. I transferred to Kingston. I did finish high school at Tarrant Comprehensive. And I entered the music at 18, where I did Red Label Superstar Song Competition. And this is me from there.
Wow. Kind of give us an idea, though, like what type of child was Damian Roden?
As you can hear, I'm kind of articulate.
Yes.
Yeah, I consider myself quite articulate. So I read, I played football, I played basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good at home. I can do what I need to do at home. Because I grew up with my grandmother, So cook, clean, we know if do them something from little boy days.
Early.
We live at Islington St. Mary. We live 10 minutes from Portmore Beach. We live 15 minutes from Robbins Bay Beach. There are multiple rivers around, so we can swim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We grew up living like a child, knowing, full enjoying life. And then even getting older, we could realize that I had a very good childhood.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. So getting into music at the age of 18 now, take us back to that significant or defining moment, and what was that thing that drew you to music?
Big up Mr. Nugent, big up La Lumba, my uncle. So I left Kingston at 18, made a visit to Islington St. Mary for a weekend, and that weekend became a career. So I'm going to country and him say, Mr. Nugent come and he say, I have a song he would have like if we could do the song to enter this competition. I rewrote the song, we recorded the song, we sent in the entry, and the entry was replied to as good to go. Mm-hmm. That's where I met Lantoinette Steins. I met Nigel Starr for the first time in 1998. The whole Rough Cut band I met at that time. And first, we came to rehearsals at Mixing Lab. So me I see now the entrails of, or the beginnings of what our artists really go through. This is rehearsal at the legendary Mixing Lab studio. I'm rehearsing with the legendary Rough Cut Band. The first time in the first performance of them people I work with.
That's amazing. And then, even Lantoinette Steins, like you mentioned. But what was that experience
Plantain,
like?
done. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. No, that was good company. But what was it like for you though, Munga? Because of your first time, was it nerve wracking? How did you contain your nerves?
I've always been one I've always been one that knows that calm is clear. You can't see in the water unless the water is calm. So I've always learned to breathe. I used to do cadet at St. Mary High School. So I learned breathing. So I always know, say, if you just take the first 3 breaths and relax, then you will see clearly what's going on around you. And she said to me, perform, let me see. And I ran out there and I did my thing. And she said, the only thing I want you to do is own the 4 corners of the stage.
The stage.
And I've kept that with me for the last 25 years. If you see me on a stage, you see I try to be everywhere on the stage. I try to look at everybody in the crowd from every corner, from front of the stage to the back of the stage, to the back of the venue. We'll try to connect with, because she emphasized on owning the stage and owning the venue.
So we understand now from that moment, you pulled a lot, you learned a lot in those early years. Now, at what point on the journey did you meet up with Capleton, and how did he impact or influence your career?
Well, it was before, because remember, I grew up from the same community. I went to school with his brothers and his sisters. And he and my uncle, them grew up, my age grew up. So I met him way before from my school at Tarrant, when he used to come to the community. But I started coming around in that time, 17, 18, through the journey of coming to rehearsals, going to perform for a red label. And he gave me the invite to stay around.
Okay.
So, after being invited to stay around now, being around David House, I learned the different methods of how writing, the different methods of writing. You have the punchline first writing, you have the intro first, then the punchline writing, you have the verse first writing, you have 16-bar verse, you have the 8-bar verse. The methods, I mean, I started meeting producers of different levels. Them time, Big Man Steely and Cleavy, them foul, come check it down, and Preston Daly from Zip. I mean, different people have different genres, different levels, different heights. And as I said before, I like to sit and observe and absorb. So I absorb most of that.
You did that.
What I could.
So when we met Munga on a Rebel, you already had locks. So talk to us as it relates to when you found Rastafari and started that journey.
Started to inquire about Rastafari since I was about 12. I used to read.
Oh, wow.
And I'm somewhat prejudiced, maybe, if I could say so, on this platform, because I think my God is black. I think everything came from black. I think everything derives from black. I think black is the foundation. I think we have been tricked on the value of our skin color or hair and or indigenous history. So yes, there was a bit of racism in, if I could say so, in my observation. So I thought, if Israel's king is Israel's God, then my king is Ras.
Munga, are you hearing me?